Hi, I'm Rob. I'll make it better, that's what I do. I have something called Mecfs. People usually get that after a viral infection, like COVID, and they usually call it long COVID nowadays. Down below I have a link to the physics girl who was on YouTube, a young lady who got viral infection, and now she's bedbound 24/7. And I had this Mecfs for 24 years. So, and that means that I can't do normal things that people do. I can't read a book anymore because it requires too much long thinking, and it doesn't get better. So quality of life takes a big hit. In spite of that, I've developed a swing model. It is built around the guy you will see in a moment here, to have the grip, the thumb around the grip. A little bit thicker grip, a little bit more grip tape. And the reason for that, my instruction is built around this. You cannot use the thumb on the grip. It won't work. And I know some people came in here and told me last year on YouTube that everybody on tour is using this grip and why shouldn't you should blah blah blah, right? But I'm not teaching that shit. Because the logic this guy was using was, and I can give you three examples. One, there's more people in China speaking Mandarin that is speaking your language in your country, probably, right? Why don't you change, everybody in your country change to Mandarin? More people speak Mandarin. If that example doesn't do it for you, I can say, well, before fast player in high jump, what was everybody teaching in high jump? They weren't teaching the fast player flop. And around 30 years ago, Janne Buklov in ski jumping was ski jumping like this and become the World Cup season champion, the best ski jumper in the world. Thinks that he started doing this. Birds have been doing this for millions of years. But everybody ski jumping was ski jumping like this. And they got 30% more injuries thanks to that. And since he became, all this, everybody changed to that. So when people tell you that, well, because everybody on tour is using this grip, you should use it too. That's flawed logic. Because what you don't know probably is that everybody who teaches golf doesn't understand, golf swing mechanics. Anyway, here is Hans hitting a few balls. So he's, seems kind of easy to do, and it is. Nothing much can go wrong, if anything. That means that your swing will never be lost. You will never do, over the top, slices, hooks, whatever swing problems you may have, and so on. It will just work. Because people, if you don't know it, if you look at TrackMan statistics, and this is an interesting one, because 99% of everybody they teach in modern golf the last 120 years will never play a golf course on par. Furthermore, 90% will never reach even single handicap. Modern golf instruction will teach you to be unable to play a golf course the way it's supposed to be played. It's a big failure, if you didn't know that. So in the meantime, with this, long time now, I've been developed this swing model to elevate a lot of problems amateurs have and some two pros have, because two pros can't, because the swing doesn't work. Some of them hit shots, they don't know why. And they lose the tour card like Anne Van Dam did, or others do. And they kind of struggle with it because they don't want to really change things, because, if they start to change the swing too much, like Luke Donald did back in 2011, he was number one in the world, and then lost his game because he wanted to hit longer. And the swing gurus that he talked to couldn't help him with that, and he lost his game. And basically lost his career. So this is why you have all this information on YouTube. Use thumb off the shaft, You do tilt and lift without the club first, then you apply a club, because you can't use the ball. If you introduce the ball doing all those drills, it won't work. If you use the thumb or the grip that everybody teach you, it won't work. And then you use the open stance. I did the video this summer. And the reason why, when you have MCFS, I can't play golf, for example. I wish I could. It's a fun game, but I can't. I can't really, do things I used to do previously. Because most people don't know about this kind of MCFS, long COVID. It's the same shit, just different names. Because when you get an energy deficiency illness, you don't get better normally. Some people can be spontaneously better, right? But it's very, very rare. And this physics girl doesn't have a good, future, because basically 3 things can happen. One, she kills herself in a few years because she doesn't get better. And, quality of life, you're bedbound, you have other people have to take care of you. Her body gives up, which happens for a lot of people with this kind of severe level of, energy deficiency. And free science may get a breakthrough and be able to elevate a lot of this for people who are, in severe condition. But as far, science has been working with this for decades in various means, and hasn't come up with, any real solutions yet. They have even a trouble diagnosing this, and if you have trouble diagnosing something in science, it means that you don't really understand the situation really. And the same thing has happened in golf. People teaching golf the last 120 years, modern golf era, doesn't understand golf swing mechanics. This is why you struggle. The golf swing is not difficult. And the reason why it's not difficult for me is because I teach a natural golf swing. Not natural golf, that's totally different. It's a natural golf swing, so you don't need to struggle, because once you have a bunch of skills that you need to have, once you have those skills, and I can explicitly explain all of them, I can't do that here because it's too much work. Because here's the next thing. And I posted a few days ago, this young kid, typical amateur, can't really play golf, struggle with the game, And he told me he wanted to learn what I teach, my instruction. And I said, yeah, okay, do this, learn to relax, do this without the club, do this with the club, and relax, and you have to relax a lot, and then, pay attention with the club in terms of the impact. Start doing that, and he did that for a few months, and recently he did it really well, and I said, you can start doing that. Because I can't work a lot, so I can't really be involved a lot. People can have to work it out themselves. It's not difficult. Because I did the drills for people so they can learn to do that. Anyway, this kid, he went to the golf simulator, hit 5 weight shots, tight dispersion pattern. That means as an amateur, you can hit the shot and you know where the ball's going to end up. And over the next few months, he's probably going to get to the point where he gets better than that. And that's basically 2 pro level accuracy, probably even better at some point. 2 pros can't do accuracy because they kind of spread the balls a lot. They lose the swing. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't believe that. Golf magazines tell us that Colin Morikawa has the best iron swing since Tiger Woods. No, he doesn't. A couple of years ago, I was watching him play some tournaments, and he was in the lead the 4th day, and then suddenly, I don't know where he hit a few bad shots, lost the tournament. 2 months later, the same thing happened again. In the lead the 4th day, hit a few bad shots for Barrett, and he didn't know why. And they can't fix it for him. The tour gurus can't fix the swing for them, so it doesn't happen again. Because what they're doing and teaching tour pros and amateurs is broken mechanics. You get stuck, and that means that you need a lot of time and coordination to get it right. And simply put, when you start pushing the limits of what human body can do in time and coordination, you introduce errors. So then I have some people coming to my YouTube channel and complain about this kid, for example, was so happy because he had never been able to do something like this. Hit 5 shots with a tight dispersion. My instruction works. What everybody else teaches you with monotone and the grip, always going to introduce timing and coordination error, And since you've been learning all that shit, you have introduced yourself to build a lot of bad habits, and you can't fix those. You have to relearn how you move your body in the golf swing, which some of the grip and the drills been doing. And you can't use a ball, because if you use the ball with the drills, you introduce all the bad habits. Then sometimes people come and complain and whine about they think they know shit about golf swing mechanics, and two pro gurus doesn't understand this. Two pros doesn't understand this. What do you think an amateur or amateurs will understand this? Because they're gonna tell me and everybody else, well, two pros is using this, yeah. And before Fosbury flop and high jump, and before bookless V-style and ski jump, and what were everybody teaching in the world? The ski jumping and high jump before that. That's flawed logic. There's logic people use when they don't understand something. I understand the golf swing mechanics better than anyone else in the world. It's just, part of my research. And I can explain it explicit, not with guesswork. Because guesswork introduces, Mike Olsen was saying that kinesiology has nothing to do with the golf swing, by the way. It's just bullshit. If you talk about the fascia, your muscles, or whatever, pure bullshit again. Has nothing to do with the golf swing mechanics whatsoever. These are things people say and do because they don't really understand what the hell they're doing. Because I just give people this example. If I could work, and I can't, because I have this kind of illness, then that means I can't work. And I had to someone who can look at the video down below and make some comments that it demanded I do work for him, and I can't. And it was rude also because he didn't offer me money. It doesn't matter because I can't work anyway when I have this kind of illness. But you're gonna have people coming to your channel and same thing. And here's the thing: if TrackMan statistics tell us that 90% never can reach single handicap in modern golf instruction, it's broken beyond repair and it won't work. And one of my testers many years ago now, he came to me and said, I've been trying for 5 years, is that. And I went through 12 different PGA 2-level instructors. Everybody has the same background in golf. They get a PGA certification. I mean, Sean Foley or, Sean Clements or Rick Shields or whatever have the same background in the swing mechanics, right? They're gonna teach you the same shit. Usually use different, words to teach you the same shit. So this guy called me up and said, hey Rob, now I've been trying for 5 years and went through 12 different teachers like that. I did all the drills, I did, put a lot of money and time and such. And then he says, do you think you can help me? You have to understand my situation. I've never been teaching this. I just work with Hans, so he can overcome his bad back at the time. I mean, he did, because, So anyway, I talked to him over Skype and this guy, and told him, because he sent me his swing, and I said, oh yeah, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And 12 teachers in PGA certification didn't know what that was. They can't see it because they don't understand it. And I was told him to start working on that. He went to the range, hit the ball better than ever, and he became a tester. And he didn't need to move on from more. And in modern golf and alternative golf swing systems, golf theories, they can't find this. But I do understand that I'm sitting on the biggest secret in golf, swing mechanics, that no one else can find. And the reason for that is that's why I built, the golf swing model I built and developed the thumb off the shaft. And use Hans grip, do the drills that I told people to do, and you're gonna get better. Some people here on YouTube have started doing that and they get really good results. So it works. And if you don't want to do what I'm telling you to do and change your grip and all that stuff, you can go somewhere else. There's so many people teaching golf who will claim they know what they're doing, and they don't. I disproved all of them. I had a lot of people asking me about various instructors in the world, and I said, show me something they teach, and they showed me what they were teaching. I said, they don't do this, this, and this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and they're like, well, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I said, and they're supposed to be the best in the world, right? When Rory McIlroy lost the British Open a couple of years ago, he had 36 putts. And he had a putting guru, who people tell us is one of the best in the world, if not the best. And he was having 36 putts the fourth round and lost it. All he needed to do was having 2 single putts. Just to understand, the average single putts in a round for a tour pro is around, give or take, 8 single putts in every round. Because, they miss the green and, chip 1 putts a lot, such. But having 36 putts is like having a 20 handicapper putt golf round. So he lost the tournament. And here's the funny thing that people don't understand what I do. I can take Rory McIlroy in 5 minutes. I will teach him the difference between what he's doing and what he's supposed to do, and he will get better. And he can verify that in his own experience. And I'm not kidding you. And even though I haven't done it yet, I can do that because that's what I've been doing my whole life, almost whole life, over the last 30 years at least, give or take. But I can't do all this shit anymore because when you have this kind of illness, MBCFS, or long COVID, same shit, different names, you can't work. But what I did develop does work.